Welcome. It's Facts You Don't Know. If it's your first time here and you want to find out new facts that will definitely make you smarter and more, well, and first make sure to subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss anything.
Li Hua from Hunan Province, China, has lived for 28 years with his face pressed against his thighs. He's known as the Folding Man, and his story is impressive. Check it out. Li Hua from the Chinese province of Hunan has lived for 20 years with his face pressed against his thighs. He's known as the Folding Man, and now the images of his transformation travel the world. After 2 decades without being able to stand upright, he finally stood up after surgery that corrected his hunchback. The 46-year-old man was diagnosed with ankylosing spondylitis in 1991 at the age of 18. When Li Hua was a teenager, he could not sit up or lie down. He completely depended on his mother, who, despite being older, was dedicated to taking care of him full-time. He sought medical attention in his native province in 2018, but they refused to operate on him because any surgical procedure would be dangerous until finally a specialist accepted the challenge of operating. Last May, Mr. Hua's family members met with Dr. Tao Hiran, chief of spinal surgery and orthopedics at Shenzhen University General Hospital. Dr. Hiran had offered treatment to other patients with similar conditions, although no case was as serious as that of Li Hua. The doctor who operated on Li Hua assured that his condition was life-threatening due to the danger of pressure on his heart and lungs. The medical team had handled the case, described the severe spinal deformity as 3 in, chin on chest, sternum in the pubis and face in the femur. Nor would there have been a cure for me without him. Dr. Tao is my savior, and my gratitude to him is only surpassed by what I feel towards my mother, said the patient. After complex, high-risk surgical procedures for the first time, he was able to stand erect in 28 years. The doctors in charge of the operation assured that Mr. Hua could walk without help in the next 3 months. The patient's condition had worsened over the past 5 years, measuring 90 centimeters due to the severe curvature of his spine. The cause of his illness, ankylosing spondylitis, is presumed to be a faulty gene. Inflammation of the spine makes the patient's back, rib cage, and neck stiff and painful. Bone wears away from the inflammation, and the body produces additional amounts of calcium, sometimes in areas where it's counterproductive. The formation of bones is increased, and the bones of the spine can fuse. In the most severe cases, the spine curves forward, generating a condition known as kyphosis. This disease affects approximately 1.6 million people in the United States. The result of his treatment overcame the worst forecasts. Li Hua's life was completely changed since the operation. They had to fracture his spine in several sections and then straighten it. Doctors broke the bones in his thighs to repair them. Dr. Hiran explained, "Our only option was to break the patient's bones one section at a time: femur, cervical vertebrae, thoracic vertebrae, lumbar vertebrae, and then straighten his entire spinal column." He said they were very complex operations. The risks involved were 20 to 30% greater than those of a patient who needed regular spine surgery, and the chances of him becoming paraplegic were very high. The surgical procedure to correct Li Hua's problem was performed in 4 phases. How long it took is unknown. According to the images published by the hospital, the entire body of the patient managed to stay upright. Now he's able to sit, lie down, regain the ability to see ahead after almost 30 years. He moves with the help of a walker while doing physical therapy sessions to walk on his own. Dr. Hiran estimates that he'll achieve this in 3 weeks. On his recovery, he commented, "Of course, he won't be able to do anything too extreme like boxing or playing tennis, but regular body movements will no longer be a problem for him." The medical team that was in charge of Li Hua's recovery described the case as the equivalent of climbing Mount Everest. The result of the treatment they applied is the first to manage to correct such severe spinal deformities. Share this story of this man's transformation. Thanks to science, he can have a normal life. Thanks for watching. Please like and share the video in social networks. We'll be right back to you as fast as we can.